Most people walk out of the movie theater with a definitive opinion on a movie, but sometimes it takes a deep dive and watching it a few more times to truly understand how a film holds up today. Having just finished my 5th viewing of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, my perspective has shifted dramatically since the excitement of opening day in theaters. What once felt like a pure blockbuster spectacle has evolved into a fascinating mix of brilliant monster dynamics and highly frustrating creative choices, making it the perfect candidate for a closer look. So let's analyze what truly works and what falls flat in this Titan team-up. The early segments of the film do a fantastic job establishing the monsters' individual worlds. While paying homage to classic kaiju history, King Kong lifting a log against the Wart Dogs is a wonderful nod to the 1933 film, and his fun tug-of-war with Doug is highly enjoyable and funny. Over on Godzilla's side, his awakening in Italy, the chaotic battle with Skyla, and his radiation absorption sequence successfully mirror classic films like Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla in 2002. However, these high notes are occasionally dragged down by an overly casual tone. The film treats a dangerous monster attack like a funny gag, creating an unserious atmosphere that lowers the stakes, while the plot point of Kong dealing with a broken tooth and getting it fixed feels rather silly and boring. When the narrative shifts focus to the Hollow Earth, the vast, wild, and beautiful visual world building becomes a major highlight. Unique communication elements like the sign language conversations add a nice touch of depth to the movie, while human characters like Bernie and the internet troll Ghidorah Stan 64 provide solid comedy relief. Unfortunately, the actual journey of the human crew into the Hollow Earth feels more like a goofy gag than a grand adventure. Furthermore, the heavy reliance on the Iwa tribe lore is a low point for the film in my opinion. Moments like the monster idol wall, the waterfall ambush, and the queen passing the torch feel unmotivated, repetitive, and overly spiritual. The emotional core of the movie centers around Kong's relationship with Zuko and his discovery of the other apes, which brings a strong narrative weight to his journey. Watching Kong transition from a manhandling hostile apes to feeding Zuko establishes a fantastic ride-or-die, father and son dynamic. This builds beautifully into an Exodus-style storyline when Kong witnesses the other apes being used as slaves by Scar King and realizes his desire to save them. On the negative side, certain characters' behaviors feel contradictory and frustrating. Zuko randomly abandoning Kong after the serpent fight makes little sense, and Kong aggressively punching down on smaller creatures feels unnecessarily mean-spirited. The climax introduces the villains with immense presence, though the final confrontation leaves mixed impressions regarding the power dynamics. Scar King's grand entrance oozes villainous aura, and his intense stare down and fight with Kong sets up an incredible rivalry to come. Shimo's introduction is equally cool too, but the fact that Scar King relies entirely on her rather than fighting on his own 2 feet makes him feel weak, and his laughing at Kong's tooth feels too much like a kid's movie. While the final fight is an absolute spectacle, the fact that the titular duo needed Shimo to turn on her master just to win makes Godzilla and Kong look surprisingly weak as a team. Taking all of these incredible monster moments and frustrating story flaws into account, I rate this movie a solid 7 out of 10. Not too good, but not too bad either. I like it. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Bye!